Okie dokie. Let's see. I'm treating this a little bit like a Twitch stream, although I recognize that this is definitely gonna be more of a YouTube stream. Whoa! Thank you very much, Charlie. Oh wow! Look at this. I totally destroyed this in my. I was playing around with a different camera. Let's just go to the editing look for now, because I'm pretty sure I didn't totally ruin that. Hopefully. What's up, Tim? I gotta look at my multi-stream chat here. What's up, Patty? Tesser. Charhoof's in here. Thanks also for that, Charhoof, by the way. There we go. Giovanni is the first one I'm seeing in my actual window there, but hi, Pam. See everybody down there. Ummy, forever. Great. We're up and running. We've got chat. We've got everything working great. Fantastic. Hi, Greg. And Demore's in here. It's good to see you, Mystery Man. Nice to have you in here as well. Got a nice little group. So today, if you've never seen one of these before, and I'm going to try and do a better job of saying this multiple times throughout the rest of the entire stream, I am editing. This is just what I do every night when I'm vlogging, daily vlogging, is sit down. And sometimes I feel like cracking a beer and, you know, having a grand old time and editing. And it's more fun to do so with you all. And so that's what we're doing. I'm just going to check and make sure that the thumbnail got updated. They've got a new feature in here which lets me upload the thumbnail before going live, which they didn't used to have. Yeah, and it worked. That's great. That's super cool. Okay, I'm just going to double check that everything's up and running. And looking good. We're all right. I'm going to go to the page itself, make sure that I can see it over on the YouTubes. But I think we're all clear. You guys are in here. You're chatting. You're having a grand old time. Come on. Go back. Click on it. There it is. Mute this really quick before we hear too much of myself. Great. All right, there we go. Hopefully this way I can keep track of what's going on between both of our streams a little bit here. A little bit better. How are you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Or this morning? Or wherever it is you are, whatever time it is. We're under curfew now, so I'm stuck at home anyways. Either way, I'm not going anywhere. Snowing in Connecticut. That looks very chilly. I wish it was snowing here. Woo! Tim, thank you very much. Hey, Kenzie. Glad you could make it in here. Hope that you'll hang out for a little while. See you there forever. Greg, Jackie, Michael Mon's in here as well. We have Ann Demore and Michael Mon. There's a trend there with my tendency to over-enunciate certain names. Hi, Rachel. Good to see that you're in here. Greg, bars and restaurants are not open at all, although they can do takeaway. But so some of them are opening up to do sneaky takeaways, but you can't go in. They're not open, unfortunately. Hi, Renera. Don't like the snow. Well, if it sticks around long enough, of course, I don't think it's that much fun, but nice to have it for a little while. Wish we had some for a little bit. Oh, you have snow in New York right now? That's great, too. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. I was really happy with the whole situation with the running as well. So, back to, this is the other thing. I get distracted. It's fun to chat, and I'm going to try and chat more throughout this whole thing. We'll have little spurts of chattiness and spurts of productivity, spurts of trying to actually work a little bit and get myself squared away. So the way that works is basically, what you can see on your screen right now, this big gray blob here is Adobe Premiere. And I gotta clean up my project file here a little bit, get rid of all these photos from today. I took a lot of, that was actually a buddy of mine today who you'll see. I will leave that as a surprise. We'll see if he even pops into the chat. I don't think that he will, but, hey, thanks, Chloe. That's really nice of you. Thank you. Chatting is fun. And I want to, so here's another thought too. No, Joel, unfortunately I have an old iPhone, but I am not on the old Clubhouse yet. I've had a lot of people offer me invitations, but I can't accept them, unfortunately. So I'm the least cool kid in the party. Hey, Sophie, thanks for catching the live stream. I'm glad you're here. You're supposed to get 18 to 20 inches in New York. That is nuts. That's crazy. So yeah, this is basically what it's gonna be. It's gonna be me randomly getting distracted and talking to you about, here, I can show you another photo that's not me. I was, one of these is gonna be the photo of the day I was feeling. Oh yeah, and all these seagulls just going crazy. This lady was feeding them. It was really funny. I did film this as well, so it's not just photos, but, so I gotta clear out all these photos. Get rid of these. So the workflow, I don't need to lean that close to the microphone, I guess. Bad habits. The workflow looks something like this. Clean out, I dumped all the footage in here already. I'm gonna clean out the photos, reorganize this by name, and then drag any one of these guys over here to start the sequence, the sequence that we're gonna be editing in. But I'm gonna change the sequence settings to look a little different. I want them to be 24 frames a second instead of 60. Because it inherits whatever you drag in. So I just dragged in footage from my camera, and it inherited that, and now I'm changing it to match what I want instead. Ooh, Indiana's also very cold. Michael Moon, yeah, that's true. Sorry about that. Did I call you Michael Moon from time to time? Whoops, Michael Mon. It's funny, like the random lisdexia that kicks in when you're live and editing at the same time. Oh, hey, Paris Not Up. The music's too loud. Thanks for letting me know. Thought I dragged that down a little bit more, but we'll drag that down even more. And actually, we'll just get rid of it entirely because we're gonna get started. The music is drowning Jay out. Oh man, thank you for telling me this. We'll see how this goes. Here, I'll boost my own voice a little bit. Thanks, Jack. You guys are gonna give me to drinking a beer here much sooner than expected. Thanks. I'm a little bit distracted tonight as I get going. Cheryl, actually, by the way, you're in here, Cheryl. I was going to send you a text 2 days ago because I rode through your old hood and I thought of you, and I meant to send you a text, and then I think I got really distracted by some Space Invaders I'd never seen before. So sorry about that. But hi, I'm glad you're in here. It's good to see you. Florida, geez, everything's cold over there. It's warm here. We've been having very warm weather over here. In Fahrenheit, it's been like the 60s. So let's drag. I'm glad you're in here though, Cheryl. It's good to see you. Glad to see you're alive. I wanted to check in and see how you and the family were doing. The fluffy family. Oh, I got to change this so I can't hear this. You guys can hear it probably, but I need to change my, not project settings, my preferences, audio hardware, and change this to the Rodecaster. Okay, and then theoretically, I can hear it now too. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna try and turn this up a little bit. We're gonna do feel free to tell me if we get the audio mixed up or muddled at any point. I'm happy to make changes as we go. I'm glad you like the music, Joel. We're gonna get more music in here in a second. Don't you worry. 60 degrees in Eastern Washington. Geez, you guys were freezing the other day, and you had like a snowstorm. Whoa! Thanks, Grant. Grant. Appreciate it. That's right. It snowed in Arizona too. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Don't worry, Cheryl, I'm still going to text you. I just needed the reminder of you being here. I'm really glad that you're here. It's good to see you. Alrighty, let's see. It's just, you got to check in on your friends every once in a while, you know? And feel free, everybody, to let her know how much you miss her. Don't give her too hard of a time for not making those videos. The sweet, sweet Cheryl videos, the nonstop videos. But yeah, see? People miss you. People miss you, Cheryl. It's a real thing. Okay, so I don't know how we're just gonna, so this is the way that this works. I'm mildly distracted today. Usually the way that I do it, after I've set up my project file like this, I have everything dropped in, ready to go. I start with the music, which Sir Nick so graciously provided. Oh, I need to also pop into my, I'm not seeing my Twitch chats. There we go. Just making sure nobody, oh, hey, Frederico. Yeah, the music was a little bit too much. I'm glad. Thank you for chipping in there. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody over there on, she's good, as is her fluffy fam. That's really good. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go open a beer here. You guys are being very generous on the super chats. I very much appreciate that. I will do that as soon. I am kind of thirsty. I'll do that here as soon as I finish explaining what I'm doing here. This is kind of a mildly like, it's always, the live edits are always a combination of like me explaining what the heck I'm doing and then us chatting. That's basically what happens. Expand these guys so I can see my little lines that I can edit with the pen tool. Right click on this guy. Audio gain, usually bring that down by 5 or 6 decibels. Sir Nick's music has been nice and chill. It's been a really fun change. And his buddies, who have been very kind to send me a whole bunch of music, which has been wunderbar. That lady was not bringing me my food despite my hopes.
There's something else to do. One interesting thing could be to take like...
I like that. We're gonna open. Actually, we're gonna open that. One of the things I've been doing, actually, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the last few videos is kind of opening with like a random soundbite that doesn't necessarily make any sense on its own, but kind of gives you a feel for what's going on. Hey, Richard. Jeff. Oh, everybody misses you. Hi, Oliver. In Chicago. Is it cold in Chicago? I imagine it's freezing in Chicago. It's always freezing in Chicago. Hypothermia Games. Welcome. It's good. Oh, yeah. I don't... how I divide attention between like everything. Well, you know, I survive. So for those of you that are curious, you should see the chat above me as we go. So you'll see if anybody on Twitch is talking. The only difference is that Twitch doesn't have a delay and YouTube does have a delay, which is kind of dangerous. I don't know if I should say that out loud, but so if I am more responsive to Twitch and less to you in that way, it's probably just because there's a time delay. Also, this window is not automatically scrolling down, so we'll see how it goes. Good. Mystery Man likes the random intros. That's great. Twitchity Twitch over there. Mystery Man's on both, so you'll see him everywhere. Let's see.
Something else to do. One interesting thing could be to take like...
There we go. I like that. And it just gives you a nice little teaser. And then I got some really fun shots and some, we got some good flooding footage because the river is finally flooding now. And I wanted to take, I didn't have enough time. I wanted to take a time lapse of the, down at the river, and I didn't have enough time, but I got some time lapses that were really nice up at WeWork. There's a spoiler for you. Let's see. These are nice. I like these. So we're going to grab these. I'm going to drop these in advance. I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to end up reusing one of them. Oh, no, it's just a little bit off. I could probably correct that. I don't know what I want to. How long does the build-up last? Really, really long. If I'm going to treat it like that. So let's see where this is. I guess we're gonna do either do a really long musical intro, or I'm going to. This is a pretty long song. I might cut the intro down a little bit because that's pretty long. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just go ahead and cut to this guy here because I think that'll work.
Could be to take like...
Yeah, and that works with the little zoom there too. And it works well too because that was a short clip. And I got all kinds of good, interesting shots of that lady with. They've got a swan. Throw that in here. Gotta be careful to overdo stuff too early. This is the absolute madness. This lady feeding the seagulls. Great. So we'll do a little bit of that, and then I think I took another shot. I took a lot of photos, but that was so awesome. I actually thanked her. I was like, "Thank you for the spectacle, madam. That was delightful." Lots of birds in today's episode. Oh, right. I should go get a beer. Hi, Suzanne. Good to see you in here. Sorry, I'm reading down here, even though I know you're right there. What I want to do is I want to get a screen. I could put my phone right above the webcam. And that way when I'm reading, it looks more like I'm looking directly at the camera. I also could I have a setup for my real camera, but I don't want to rely on that right now, especially because I'm going to have to send it in. Spoiler alert, that I talk about that in today's video. This guy. Gotta get it sent back in. Gotta get it sent in for love. I've been living in Paris for 4 years, Giovanni. Hi to San Antonio, Lucy. And hi, Sasha. Glad you could pop in for a second. Tanya, good to see you. Yeah, Sacre-Cœur, getting some good Sacre-Cœur shots in here. The old days. Ah, yes. The old days of Q&As when we did them for every 10K was the thing. No, it did not. The standard IT reboot did not. She did a whole full hard reset, had me pull everything out, left it for a minute with everything out of it, and that didn't work. Wasn't enough. All right, I got to find let's find some other motion shots. We did go inside the church, which is great. So we'll get a little panning Jesus shot here. There we go. Everybody's here for the panning Jesus. we're going to tighten this guy up a little bit. And then, yeah, okay, so I'm going to do 3 quick shots for that. We'll do them inside the church. So you know contextually enough just by being in there.
No.
Like this. 1. And let's see about over here. Oh, that's before we went in. I filmed pretty much nonstop for a while. I thought, oh, that's what I wanted. There we go.
All right, let's get moving.
That guy. And then we can also do the middle of the room back here. This lady was very okay with me. I asked her permission if I could take a shot of her cleaning because I thought it looked really cool that she was, taking her time to clean up the metal work. And then she came over and was like, actually, maybe you shouldn't because I'm like, I don't know. So sorry that I didn't, ma'am, if you ever see this, I'm sorry that you're in the live stream very briefly, but hopefully everything's okay. And hopefully, sorry. Oh yeah. Let me go get let me get to the end of the musical intro and I'll get to the part where I start talking. And then we'll this is a cool thing, by the way. If you're just in case you're curious and you want to know what this obelisk is and why we're focusing on it and pointing at it and talking about it, you gotta hang out. You gotta wait for that. I know how to oh yeah, I really like this shot, but it didn't give me what I wanted. I was one stop too soon, but I really like that shot a lot. And then I got it. I got what I wanted out of it in the next shot, which you'll also see if you hang out. So that shot doesn't go to waste. Let's put this here. Whoa. I also need to. Okay, we're getting close to the time lapse drops. If you want to call it that. The beat's about to drop. Maybe we put this here. And then I got to put the central graphics in. There we go. That's like, what, 5 seconds-ish? Just under. Doo-doo. Check out those giant icons for grabbing stuff. Okay, there's that guy. And then, where's the other one? 46 of them. We need 45, I think. There we go. Where's the adjustment? There it is. I don't need to go that far into it. Okay, it got settled in, and unfortunately, it's not perfectly even, but that's all right. Did I kill this guy? No. Okay, good. There we go. Gotta get into the music. All right, let's see. Do. There we go. A little bit of.
Good morning. Good morning.
It was a rough start this morning. Let's be honest. 'Twas a rough start. All right, so what I'm going to do before I grab my beer is I'm going to do, so I was able to reclaim, thankfully, my essential graphics, which are presets you can build for yourself in After Effects so that you have the same graphics all the time, but they're editable. So what that means is when I go up here to my windows and I grab essential graphics, down here you can't see it because it's off the screen. Whoa, that's huge. This is the problem. Windows does not know how to handle two screen resolutions. Let's drag this down and smaller. There we go. Wow, now it's terribly small because it didn't translate. Sorry. This is a mild distraction from what I want to be doing. So in here, we have our essential graphics, which gives you like if you look in here, it's got a bunch of templates that ship with the program. So for subtitles, captions, all kinds of stuff that I don't use that I probably should. So you can put this here and edit it, and you can edit all that text, and it has a little. Will it give us a little preview? Give us a preview. Go ahead. Maybe not. Okay. Anywho, these are the ones that I built for myself a while back, and then my computer got stolen, and I thought I had lost them, but thankfully, they were, I don't remember where they were, but I found them and just had to rebuild elements of them. And so all I have to do is drag these guys in here, and I can figure out where I want them in a second. And it's going to generate, like, basically dynamically generate the graphics that I've already made and make it editable. So I click in here. And so right now, like, if we click in the middle of it, you'll see that, like, it says what's in here, vlog a day 1300, which we're not to yet. We're almost there. And so I just have to go in here and go 299 like that, and then it changes it. The animation stays the same, but the information in it changes. And this is how you maintain consistency without, oh, it is a Monday. And this is also why I accidentally typed in November here. For those of you that saw that I typed in November a couple videos ago. I don't know why my brain is still stuck in November, probably because pandemic fatigue and stuff. But today's what, February 1st? So I just do that. This is where you could change the town, the date, and then you're all good to go. And so then this guy now says, Monday, February 1st, 2021. And then they're animated and ready to roll, right there. One of the things though, this computer, for whatever reason, when I'm editing these live, when I'm putting them in, it just goes nuts. And we'll see if it does it here, but I have a little trick that I have to do to get it to render out and not be a pain in the buttocks. So let's rewatch this. If it's not glitching out, it is glitching out. See how everything's like super fast and like.
One interesting thing could be to take.
Yeah. So the trick to solving this, for whatever reason, is that if I just add some new text, click out of it, delete, and then it's smooth again. Just forces it to re-render the preview, I guess. I don't know. But what I've been doing when I have to do this, because inevitably I have to do this every time because it's just my life and the frustrations that follow me everywhere I go, is that then I just go ahead and choose the font that I actually want, because then the next time I type, it'll come up as that font again. Unfortunately, there's no way to set a default font. Otherwise, I would, and then I'd never have to worry about that again. But we got to worry about stuff. So let's watch this little musical intro, see how it feels, and then I will go grab a beer. And I will also, and then while I open my beer, we'll sit and chat. Oh, Sparrow's in here. Hey, Sparrow. And I'll get caught up on all of the chats that I'm missing right now because I've been busy talking and editing a little bit. Here we go.
There's something else to do.
I don't know where I want this. Actually, before we do that, because we're going to have to, with the ducks, that works, actually. Yeah, that's fine. And then this guy, I don't want it to be over the water every time. I like it over this guy more so. Harder to read, but I don't really mind so much because I think your brain fills it in pretty well, and it's not super important. You should be able to catch it as this thing jiggles and stuff. Yeah, you'll be able to see it just fine. All right, here we go.
There's something else to do. One interesting thing could be to take.
One of the magical things about this computer is that it can render out these previews of these time lapses that look
Good morning.
Which my old computer could not do. It would be like the whole way through, and it's not fun. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Let me go grab that beer. Hang in there. I'm gonna dig into the chat. We're gonna chat for a few minutes, and then we'll get back to editing. That was not the button I intended to hit, but hold on, this one. Thank you for watching. That smells really good. Oh, hey, the lights changed. Thanks for all those super chats, by the way. You guys changed the color of the lights. Every time you super chat, it changes the colors of the lights. If you follow me on Twitch, it'll make it flash, but there's a huge delay, and it flashes a long time later, and that's a mess. Tonight I am drinking, I've been going with this is Doggy Style by Flying Dog. They've got the funniest art, funny / kind of crazy cool art. Great beer that comes from Maryland. And I just happened to find it in my grocery store, and I like it a lot. And, I want them to keep shipping it in, so I'm going to keep buying it. Cheers to you. That was a very dissatisfying tinking noise, wasn't it? All right. Bucky Barnes. Hey, Bucky. I'm glad you like the church photography. I'm always happy to go in and explore them. We lost Cheryl. Goodbye, Nonstop Paris. Hey, Kaylin. Elevated Metro shots. I'm glad you like those. Am I that familiar with the music track that can effortlessly drop the clips where they should go? Yeah, I think a lot of the music that I end up working with follows very similar structures. And they're different between where, they differ to some degree or another, but usually by, a few measures, or, the intro will be longer, or there are certain things you can kind of rely on to be there for you when you're editing with the music, for sure. Which coffee mug? That coffee mug. Yeah, it's a good one. That's a Good News coffee mug. They gave it to me. They're actually offered, because of all of your generosity in supporting them during the pandemic, they asked if I wanted to come in for a very special private meal this week. So, spoiler alert, that's coming as well. So that'll be really exciting as well. According to tradition, when its feet is underwater, the rivers. Oh, when you're talking about, is that a hyena? Yeah, that's I love that. There's a rest. I don't know if the full explanation is in here, but there's a statue. I think it's on Pont Iana. I think it's Iana. It's on one of the bridges down on the western side of the river. And yeah, the statue ends up being like an unofficial gauge to how high the river is running. Definitely need to go check him out there as well. So, hey Jake, what a comment on the map effect where it zooms in on the map? That is my buddy Jason Boone. If you go to one of those videos, scroll down. I linked to his channel and all the videos, like the 80 and 8 videos. But he made those animations of zooming into Paris. And if you'd like to learn how to make those, go check out his channel. He's awesome. He's a cool dude, and his tutorials are great, and highly recommended for sure. My mom's doing great. Thanks for asking, Ainsley. Just chatting for a few minutes. Oh, Dave, did I miss you? Hopefully you're still in. I hope you're still in here. Kaylin, yeah, I think it was saved on I might have been saved in Adobe's cloud service, actually. I think is where that was. New Zealand. Yeah, the good coffee is important. You'll find them though. You'll find them. There's some good coffee shops that are still open for sure. Just catching up. Technical trials and tribulations, indeed, Charhoof. Indeed. I am a quick editor, it's true. But I also fall into certain patterns. I don't have to think about certain things as much as I used to. It is Alma. Okay, good. It is. Everybody's telling me it's Pont Alma. Good. I'm glad I got that right. I was not sure. It's hard to remember. I know a lot of bridge names, but then I get them mixed up and I don't know all of them. So hey, Sir Nick's in here. We're using your music today, Sir Nick. Dun, dun, da, da, dun, dun, da, da. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to jump back into this, I think. Carrie, yeah, for the music that I use, I support most of the artists on Patreon. Sir Nick, who's in the chat over on Twitch right now, who you should be able to see above my head whenever he types in, he has gathered a group of his friends who all make music that have put together some great tracks that they're offering up to use for free as well. So you do want to ask permission, obviously, or find sites that offer copyright-free music, or there are sites you can pay for it. YouTube has their own sites. Ooh, thanks, Kayla93. And so then there are different ways you can get the rights to use music. And mine traditionally have been, I found certain artists and found their Patreons and did that way. Whenever Nick puts his group up on Patreon, however that works, I'll totally be jumping on for that. And you just find whatever way you can to support them, credit them, and just kind of follow along with whatever the guidelines are that they set, which they all have kind of similar guidelines. Most of them are not particularly crazy. What's up, Undress from Chicago? Hey, DJ, good to see you're in here. Snowing for 24 hours. What is with all of those? Hey, well, welcome, Carrie. I'm glad you could join us in here. I can't believe that you guys are getting so much snow. Hey, Simba. Yeah, the next video is coming out tomorrow. You're going to see it tonight, sort of. Oh, I hope you can figure out your visa problems there, Wallace. I hope that gets sorted out. The Francophile. The visa appointment paperwork is, I need to work on it tomorrow. I've not put much time into it yet, and I need to get on top of that. It's been very busy around here. Speaking of busy, let's get back to editing now that we're all caught up, and we'll see. This one's a lot of jumping around in the room. Oh no, I can't see my tools. The icon's not changing. I forget. There's a setting for that. Excuse me. Oh boy. Okay, I don't remember what it is. If anybody remembers what the shortcut is to get your little cursor icons to come back, that'd be great. But we'll just do this for now.
Good morning. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. It's Monday.
This is actually going to drive me crazy, not being able to see what I'm working with in the cursor here.
I don't know what that means anymore. What is Monday? I can tell you that what is Monday? I can tell you that Monday means this guy goes back. This guy goes back to work for whatever reason. I think my upstairs neighbor must have just woken up. The guy 2 doors down that I think might be spending the night randomly while ripping the guts out of that apartment. Just on Monday mornings, hammers on the wall and drills on the wall and like auto chisels on the wall with like a mini jackhammer. He really likes to make a lot of noise. And that's okay. I mean, really. And that's okay. I mean, really, we all have jobs to do. It's fine. Speaking of jobs this morning, one of the things that I got on top of finally was randomizing the patron producers for the day.
I did get on top of that.
Patron producer.
Which means we're going to drop this guy in real early. Shabank. So this is another overlay. This one I should rebuild as an essential graphic so that I could put people's names in, because the way that I do this is really not the most efficient. I do it like manually like this. So thanks. Sonia was first. Sonia came up. So we do that. And then this. And then we go fitty. And then I drag it under here and I try to line it up as best I can. And then I make up for the misalignment with tracking. Is this tracking or kerning? Yeah, tracking. I always forget. I always say it right. I feel like I always say it correctly, but I doubt myself. Anybody ever doubt themselves out there? Is it just me? I doubt myself sometimes. Or a lot of the time, depending. Now we'll see if it screws up.
Producer is Sonia Bajic, who I haven't seen in a long time, but hopefully she's doing well. And thank you, Sonia, for producing today's vlog, the first day of February, the shortest day of the shortest month of the year. Not the shortest day of the year, but probably the shortest day of the month, because the days are getting longer every day from here. Hadn't thought about that. That's good news. I like that. I like the sound of that a lot.
Nope, still not done setting that up. I thought that didn't look like talking. Oh, sorry about that. Inhaling. Whoops. Sniffles.
For those of you curious as to what I'm going to be doing today. For those of you curious.
Okay. Well, that's a good start. Getting the double takes. Kaylin, you did get your name on screen. Is Paris tightening up? Not really. Sort of. No. They're like closing the borders, but everything's staying the same for now. We'll see if it changes. Checking out Boone with the church in the 11th. Which church? I don't know. With him, I think it was in the 11th. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. That was a really long time ago. Kiwi flavored coffee in New Zealand. That would be interesting. There's all kinds of side conversations going on in here, aren't there? Thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. That's really nice. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who doubts himself. Having one of those moments here this evening. All right. Cool. Yeah, it's just it's just the border change for now, but I mean, things are going to get, and it's just non-EU countries, so we'll see how complicated it gets. Sir Nick's imagining he's living in Seattle, so snow for him is like an existential threat. Maybe not for you specifically, but for the city of Seattle, it's a dangerous thing to have too much snow. Same thing, actually, on the east side of the state. Everybody forgets how to drive the first time, and it's a dangerous place to be.
That a lot. For those of you curious, today's going to be a day of, for one, I'm going to be walking on the left bank with my buddy Jean-Yves, doing a little bit of research, which will be fun for one project, but also kind of for another project. I'm getting very vague again. We're going to go for a stroll along that way, which would be great. So we'll probably see a little bit of Saint-Sulpice, maybe a little Saint-Germain-des-Prés, the river, aka the Seine, and possibly the Louvre, if we're lucky. We'll see how long that goes. And then I'm going to be joining...
Yeah. Get that burp out of there.
We'll see how long that goes. And then I'm going to be joining my buddy Nate for lunch, finally. We were going to do that last week. We're going to do that today. At WeWork, if you've ever wondered what a WeWork looks like here in Paris, I've been to a couple of them. As you might have seen them before, but we're going to go to the one in the middle of town at Lafayette. I always say the middle of town, I don't know if that, it's in the 9th, so it's not really the middle of town. But where it is feels kind of middle-y. Either way, he promised me a view from the top, and I've been to the top of that one, and it does have a nice view, so we're going to go make sure we take advantage of that. And finally, I just wanted to explain a little bit about what this patron producer thing is that I keep doing.
I totally forgot to do that, actually. I might have to film that later.
Because it's a fantastic thing. Because it's
a fantastic thing. Let's see.
Because I'd like you to... Because I haven't really talked about it.
Yeah.
I keep doing, because it's...
Because
I haven't... That I keep doing.
There we go. I kind of forgot to do that part. They very much got away from me today.
Keep doing. Because I haven't really talked about it in a long time, and I think that would be a good thing to sprinkle in here today, to kind of explain what's going on. And also, I just need to be disciplined in talking about it.
The irony.
More. I used to be much more disciplined than I am these days. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, being stuck inside a lot and pandemic fatigue. They have their effects. Anyway, I've got my Monday phone call with Brian and Andrew, so I need to get on top of that. But hey, we'll skip past that. You don't have to watch the phone call part, and then let's just go check out a little bit of the left bank of Paris for those of you that love it and don't think that I go there enough, because you're right, I don't. I've talked about that too, but let's just go.
Oh boy, how embarrassing. So we'll see. Let's see how this video was gonna. I was feeling like it might end up being kind of short, anyways, which I don't know if that's true. We have a lot of video footage to get through, but my concern, there's a little bit of phone call conversation, even though I said we weren't going to get a little bit out of it. Whoops, gonna have to figure this out. All the vague projects. So many murmurs. Ooh, the black ice. Hey, Sylvia. All the Seattleites are out. Where's Mr. Rendon? Where are all there's some Seattleites. Tim was in here earlier too. Our brains are suffering. My brain is definitely suffering. Pandemic fatigue, indeed. I am feeling it.
Just go.
Oh boy. Okay, there's that. Now it's now we get some walking footage. Do 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 do. We can end that there. Hit this on a beat. That's kind of cool. That worked out pretty well. There we go. I think that's about right. Something like that. Like so. Might have been a little overcommitted to that shot, but let's see. Walked about there. Whoops. Do do do. There we go. I think that works. Where was I? Yeah, nice. Okay, that works. have this shot, and then where am I? There I am. There's that, and then come back to this guy shows up right about there. So then we'll drop this guy in pretty quickly. Whoops, 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 whoops. There we go. Got a nice little, like, standing in front of the camera. There you go. There's the shot of, there's the turnaround shot that I think a lot of people uncomfortable with me making these decisions are waiting for. And I'll just leave it a little bit of a hint of that in there for you. What the heck is he doing? So we get a little bit of shooting out the window here. Just what did I have here? Got a little bit of, I feel like this guy had a little bit of track shot, so let's use that for a second so we get to the beat properly. Appropriately. So for anybody that's joined us recently, a few things. One, this is literally me just editing my vlog and hanging out and chatting every once in a while. Two, I have one more beer. I'm limiting myself to 2 beers, but I've got another beer in the fridge. If we get to like 100 or more likes on the live stream on YouTube while I'm live, then I'll crack that second beer. And so, please do like the video. That'd be great. And then, I mean, if you like it, if you don't like it, it's fine too. And then you don't have to worry about it. And then, yeah, I'm literally just going to edit this video so I can post it to YouTube tonight to upload. I'll upload it tonight, but it'll post tomorrow. Where are you, Richard? That you're having a snow blizzard? I think I missed that part. People have blizzards in Connecticut as well. Hey, Joe. Blizzards in Connecticut. No blizzards in Florida. My goodness. So much. From the Covid. What? You can always buy me more beer, the one and only 82. It usually ends up going that way. Usually the likes, ironically, it's harder to get people to like the video. So usually the difference gets made up by bits and super chats in the end. Yeah, sure. Totally. The progress of the repairs of Notre Dame are advancing. I don't know how, you can see from the outside that they're definitely making a lot of good progress. And the scaffolding is gone. The old melted scaffolding, which is it's really nice to see. Alrighty. But why would my neck be empty? I don't know if I understand. I don't know if I know that expression. I think I'm missing something. I don't want to do that long. It's not that interesting to go that long. But this guy now I think might be close to long enough. Yeah, at least to make it to there. That's what I want to. This is the problem, is I want this to match up with the music here. What do we got? What do we got here? Let's see if we got. Oh yeah, here we go. These are some nice chiller shots. So I'll do this one. This will make it last longer. Oh, actually, I want to do it here though. And then I think I've got this lady here too. Like that should be a trick. There we go. And then this matches our motion a little bit better. The motion of the ocean. Rain in Seattle. Covid. Now I get it. No COVID yet for me, thankfully. Now I get it. I needed to say that louder, more regularly, frequently, out loud. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed watching, Suzanne. I'm glad you enjoyed the book. Thank you. Since I'm self-promoting a little bit tonight and drinking beer and having a grand old time, if you've read my book and you enjoyed it, the audiobook, I need to upload that. I have to re-upload all the audiobook files. Things that I didn't mean to like really hit myself in the forehead there, but wrong one. Which I deserve for more reasons than one now. If you enjoyed the book, please do rate and review it over on Amazon. It makes a big difference, and I really appreciate it. You don't have to, but again, leave an honest review. You can say what you really think, and I won't read it because you should never read your own reviews. I do check on it occasionally, but I don't read them anymore because that's a bad idea. But they're all very nice. So I do kind of read them sometimes, but you got to be careful. Anywho, thanks, Suzanne. Are you leaving? I think that means she's leaving. So maybe she's already gone, but thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Is there a chance France is going to lockdown? There's a chance for everything. It's probably going to get stricter though. Yeah, whatever happens next, but we will find out. I don't know. Hi to Rochester, New York, Curious Traveler. I'm happy to answer your questions, Carrie. I'm sorry that I'm so distracted by working. We should just hang out sometime on Twitch instead of here because Twitch is much more a hangout type place. So we'll have to do that here one of these times. Oh, thanks, Robin. I appreciate that. It does make a difference, and it's really cool to see the because then it actually makes it feel that much more real that people have read it when you see that. Because it's really hard to get people to review your book, which is why I'm trying to do more reviewing other people's books when I'm reading them as well, just because I realize how hard it can be. And thank you. It's very much appreciated. It makes a big difference, and it's really cool to see. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get through this guy. There, that works. Let's see what we got here. Da-da. That's good. That's enough, just like that, I think. That one I got wrong, but the next one I got right. And it's not as good as I was hoping because I'm too far up the train. But I wanted to, if you get the metro on a good curve like this, you can see the metro, you can see the train itself, the train cars. And that's what I was really wanting. And it did okay. It's just kind of nice to peek outside like that a little bit. And then let's grab a smoothish cut of this guy here. We don't need a ton. Made sure to stay still for a while and get a good shot. Like so. It's kind of fun too. I was gonna put that at the very beginning, I think. Actually, let's do that because it doesn't really. What do we have next? Yeah, when we're up here. So let me go back to the beginning and see if there's a weaker shot that we can swap out. So you got that. Seagulls, church. Actually, that's a good spot to swap it potentially. Because I don't want to do, I thought about that when we watched it. It's weak to not commit to the bing, bang, boom. So I'll put that there and put this guy here like so. And then they're related. These shots are related. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Because it's a good shot. Like, I really like the framing of this shot a lot, and the orange is a really nice color. But I feel like it's out of place up here, and I think it works better back there. So that's my whole story. Okay, so we're going to put Jean-Yves in. He and I walk and chat for a while, and I talk later. So that's 14. So we just are off our unluckiest file.
A little bit of a stroll here.
Okay, so then this guy, then we jump, and then we walk out of the metro like that. That'd have been too much to do both because I didn't really do a lot of in between, and we have enough metro shots as it is. Oh, there it is again. We don't want that. That's the one we don't want. Okay. Okay, and then we don't need to walk all the way down there. I was just waiting for the audio to get better.
And here we go.
There we go. Okay. Bing, bing, bang, bang, boom. Okay. there's that. And I'm gonna leave the Metro alarm noises in here because it's not too loud, I don't think. Let's check our audio levels. That's fine. And then it I know a lot of folks like hearing them, like hearing the sounds of Paris, so we'll keep that in there. And I'm gonna do a little bit of an audio transition out of it.
And here we are, back at Saint Placide. We're gonna do a little bit of a stroll here. I imagine Jean-Yves is already here because I'm mostly on time, but slightly late, and he's usually early. What time is it? Oh, it's 11:02. I'm only 2 minutes late. Let's go for a stroll, see a little bit of fancy old Paris, and then we'll go get an even better view from the top of one of the WeWorks. Here in Paris, there are like 8 or 9 of them. There are a lot more than I think there are. I keep stumbling on them as we go, but this will be my second time going to this one, and I think it'll be pretty cool.
Okay, so then I don't know why I didn't need to cut that yet because okay, so we're gonna drop the audio now though because we don't really need that in the background.
Cool. Pretty cool.
So this is where we want, yeah, actually, no, this, hey, we got our icons back, our little cursor things. I have no idea why or how. This program is a mystery to man and to humanity is what I meant by when I say man. You know what I mean? Here we go. I always think of Meatwad when I make that quote. What is it? What was it? Is it Meatwad? Science is a mystery to man. Pretty sure it's Meatwad. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Anybody? No? I haven't done a Meatwad voice in a really long time. That, like, I don't know if my throat's ready for that. It's all the kind of fingers and toes, if you know what I'm saying. You dig? If you don't know who Meatwad is, that voice apparently is not as funny or pleasant to hear. But if you know who Meatwad is, hopefully it's... we're gonna watch everybody log out right as I do those. So make sure, Sir Nick, he's talking over on Twitch there, but you can find Sir Nicholas over on Spotify and elsewhere. Make sure you listen to his music; it's great. I've been using a lot of it lately, and I'm enjoying it. It's a really nice change. But yeah, hit him up, tag him and stuff, and ask him all about the music. My book is available in, you can order it. It's not going to be available in bookstores generally. But you can order it through any bookstore. It's available in catalogs and everything, but it's probably not stocked anywhere. I'm always surprised to find out that it has been stocked somewhere, kind of a thing, but I wouldn't expect it. But if you want to support your local bookstore, order it through them. It's a great way to go. It's definitely a great way to go. Hi, Mostly Aggresso. Sorry I missed you there. I used to do these live edits on a regular basis. And I've fallen out of it. I need to get back into it. I used to do it when I was daily vlogging. I used to do it every other week, which was fun. I like it. I really like doing these. But I've fallen out of that habit. And given the way that things are right now, the lighting on this shot actually looks really cool on the left with the flashing lights. I find myself in a lot of evenings just not having enough energy to do this because it takes a lot of extra energy to chat while editing because the edit has to happen no matter what. And sometimes it feels a little bit overwhelming, but I really like doing it. So I want to do more live edits. If you enjoy them, please let me know because I would love to. Is Tenno here? Where's Tenno? He's got a fever, and the only cure is more Metro shots. Good to see you're in here, Tenno. Midwesterners wearing jeans in the snow. Well, I'm glad that you managed to get here before the one and only, before everything really did shut down. I am early and on time sometimes, Michael. Sometimes. Usually, I used to be very punctual. And then I started vlogging. Punctuality goes out the window because, as you've seen, which I'm not showing you in a lot of these shots over here, there's a lot of like, I got to set up the camera. I got to go walk through the camera. I got to go back and pick up the camera. And that sometimes takes longer than you expect, and I end up being a little bit late. I also have been just getting out of the door a little bit less. Upper left pants as well. The Metro, I don't think the Metro is that bad. I was fascinated with the Metro when I first moved here. I think that's one of the reasons why it features so heavily in my vlog is because I don't have one of these where I'm from. And even like Seattle has like, a light rail, right? But but nothing compared to this. And I wasn't really exposed to public transportation like this until I moved here. And then I was like, this is freaking magical. Like, it's cool. It smells different. It looks different. It has history. You can just get around. Like, once you get on it, you can sit and read and you don't have to think about anything. You can just, do whatever you want. And coming from, part of the world where you have to drive everywhere, the ability to walk in metro anywhere, the ability to walk in metro anywhere for me was just like, it was phenomenal. I really, 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 really liked it a lot. It made it feel like, like a real, the name is Metropolitan, right? But a metropolitan experience. It felt like it was, you're in a big city and you're getting around and there are tons of people and it's just, and they're all going about their lives and they don't care. They don't even see it, and I'm kind of at that place now too, but I really, really liked the metro for all of that. And yeah, certain lines are worse than others. I was just on line 7 today and those cars, line 7 and line 13 have really similar cars that are really, really, really obnoxiously loud. Some of them are less pleasant than others, but I don't know. I think it's just a magical system. I don't want to be on it that much right now because of COVID. I'd much rather be riding my bike. I have a lot of fun riding my bike, but that's why the metro's in there so much. So I'm happy that I can share it. Oh, thanks, Sir Nick. I appreciate you too. Frylock. Oh, good. I cannot do Frylock. I can do him justice. That's for sure. Upper left. Yeah, upper left. Well, it's from upper left. The whole upper left thing is from my friend's company called the Pacific Northwest. Is it the Great Pacific Northwest or just I think it's the Great Pacific Northwest. Is the name of the company. I'm blanking. But I have a bunch of his shirts and stuff. You can find him. Let me find him really quick. I'll show you. Oh, we haven't done any love storming. Let's love storm Joel. Where's my phone? I heard it buzzing earlier. I know my phone's around here somewhere. Hey, do I really want to ask Google where my phone is? Cover your speakers. Hey Google, where's my phone? Oh, I see it. I heard it bounce. No, never mind. Thank you. Okay, I always get his I always get his the actual username incorrect. Let's see. Sorry, getting distracted. This is why I shouldn't open your phone. So I'll find it for you, because I love his shirts and stuff, and I've worn him forever. Ever since he was an early Kickstarter. I think he was one of the guys that inspired me to do a Kickstarter back before I'd ever done one. And I was like, oh, it's so cool. Like, it's so, you can be like so independent, and I don't know. There's just something so cool about it, right? So great. Is it Great PN Dub? Let's look at, there it is. The Great _PN Dub. There it is. Okay. So can you see that? The Great _PN Dub. Go to the Great _PN Dub and let's find, here's the shirt that you'll recognize that, upper left USA. So find that post, that photo. And then this is for him, just so you know. Normally when we do a love storm, for those of you that have no idea what's happening right now, I really, really enjoy when we're doing a live stream sometimes to pick a friend or a family member, somebody random, and just send as many of you as are willing to their account to a specific post to leave very nice comments, usually just a particular emoji set. And usually they're very nice. Like we pick, like when we did Pushan's, I think it was Pushan's mom's account. Like we did like chilies and fire because she does a lot of Indian cooking. We pick stuff that's very on the ball with this one, because I'm pretty sure this is his brother Connor. I can't tell. I'm pretty sure that's his brother Connor. I'm guessing based on the mustache. What I'm going to say is go find this post. So it's on the Great PN Dub with an underscore between that and PN Dub. Let's find it. I'll make it big again for you. Go find it and then just say Jay wore it better. And maybe like a mountain emoji. So like pick a mountain emoji. If you don't feel like being sassy, you can just do mountain emojis, and maybe some pine trees, mountain emojis, pine trees, and then just say Jay wore it better. because I know Connor as well, and they will find that funny, and it'll be hilarious. So please go do that. Am I not following him right now? Oh wow, I'm not following him. I got to change that. There we go. Followed. I wonder when I go on random unfollow binges on Instagram, because I'm trying not to use Instagram as much as possible anyways, and I haven't done one for a long time, but I used to be like, I'm going to unfollow 100 people today, just like because of just like I want to call, I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, I followed him back. I followed him again. So again, the great P and Dub, and if you feel like giving him some sass, the great _ P and Dub, which stands for Pacific Northwest, and yeah. And then let Connor know that I wore it better, if you think so. Or if you disagree with me on that and you think Connor wore it better, you can say that too. You can be like, hey, Connor, looking fly. That's really funny. This is the first time we've been sassy in a love storm. Well, the next one, whatever we do before the rest, the next one will be purely just pure cotton candy after that. That's all the sass for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry yourselves. That's good. Little paper tickets are still a thing, but not for long. They're trying to get rid of them. But the French take a really long time to phase things like that out. So they're working in the cards more. You're able to use your phones now, I think. And once they see a certain level of adoption, they're kind of pushing people towards it slowly. So that they definitely want to get rid of them because it's millions of tickets all the time going through. So. If you want to live in a place, I think generally you'll find a way to make it work one way or another, but it can be hard. It can be a real challenge to live in Paris. It's a very expensive city. And I'm very fortunate, like you said, with my living situation, like being able to live in this place rent free is the only reason I was able to start my life over, come here and like, get a fresh start, was because I had access to this. If it hadn't been for this, things would not have gone nearly as well. So I'm glad that everybody's loving the public transportation and minding the gap in London. That's a good idea, right? Erica, excuse me. Cool. I'm just getting caught up. Wait, what about Kofi? Wait, why unfollow? I don't know. I just like I probably did not explain that well at all. I went through a phase. I haven't done it for a long time, but I went through a phase where, because like the way that I need to talk about social media more on my channel. I briefly talked about it here and there, but like YouTube, I find to be very different. I watch a lot of YouTube and I really like YouTube because YouTube, I feel like, is trying to give me what I'm looking for. So it's giving me educational content, informative stuff, entertainment, whatever it is. Like when the reason I stay on YouTube is because YouTube satisfies like what I'm looking to feed as far as those things go. Facebook products. So I've been completely off Facebook for a long time. I feel like Instagram is steadily being ruined by Facebook. I mean, to the point that now they openly not detest, but they like, what's the word I'm looking for? They effectively, like, if you look at the layout, the new layout, now they've taken the shop and Reels thing. Like, is that what this is? Watching Reels. Yeah. So they've completely re-engineered the main screen to take advantage of the fact that you usually go to post in the middle there to get you to go to Reels. And then they added this, instead of going to see your likes, which is another thing you would go see right away, they added shops. It's just a very physical and obvious example of how like they have a contempt for people that actually create things. And they just want you to consume. They want you to get addicted in watching Reels and spending all of the time you can on there. And then they want you to buy stuff. And I have a really hard time with Instagram for no reasons, because there's elements of Instagram I like. I like making stories a lot. I like, and I like posting and sharing my photography, but the platform itself feels consistently increasingly hostile. And now you have to go all the way up here and hit this like share button, and then the share button, goes between like it's so unfriendly and difficult to use. So they made it actively harder to create on the platform, and infinitely easier to consume and to buy things. And that's fine. They can do whatever they want. It's their platform, but they'd already done things with like the algorithm for how you see things, what you see when you see it, and how many ads are in it. That like it already kind of made it feel like a little kind of so in those moments where I'm like, I would just kind of want to get off of it. In the past, what I would do is I would just kind of go through, because there were accounts that I was following that I didn't really want to see anymore, and others that I just like that were inactive, and others that I don't know why I unfollowed them. I think I just went on these like late night, 1 a.m, like I'm just gonna do something kind of productive and sit here and unfollow a bunch of people. I'm not that guy anymore. I definitely like not going to do that again. I'm just going to go ahead and follow whoever as far as that goes. That's a whole nother here nor there. It's very like I treat Instagram kind of as a professional tool now in that way, where then I also try not to get on it that much. So I try not to look at the messages. I try not to look at the likes. I try to spend as little time as possible on Instagram because I just feel kind of gross when I'm using it. So what I was going to say is in contrast to YouTube, where I feel like YouTube is pulling you in and keeping you in because it's giving you what you're looking for. I feel like Facebook products in particular, I'm just going to pick on them right now. They're tapping into a dissatisfaction you already have, and they're less interested in showing you something that's going to satisfy you and more interested in tantalizing you with the promise of satisfaction, but like prying the gaping hole inside of you open wider so you feel it in a more pronounced manner. And that keeps you on the platform because you just keep scrolling because you know within the next scroll or two, there's got to be something you're looking for. And before you realize, all of a sudden you realize you just spent all this time scrolling through an app you don't really care about. You're not really paying attention. You're not even seeing posts from people that you like or that you know. My buddy Mark was talking about how he was actually this week testing this on Facebook, and he was seeing posts from only sponsored posts and like groups and stuff, even groups that he wasn't a part of, and he couldn't see posts from friends anymore. And so he went in and unfollowed a whole bunch of groups and stuff and tried to mess with the algorithm. And it took him multiple times of trying to cull who he followed and where to get his friends back up on his feed. And he's not sure how long that's going to last. And so I feel like that's the difference where like, I feel like with YouTube, I can manipulate the algorithm by watching certain things that gets me more of that stuff. And I consciously am playing with the algorithm in my mind in the order in which I watch things to try and keep it in the bounds of the things I actually want to watch. And I feel like they're not, YouTube has its problems. YouTube has some serious problems. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but I feel like it's just a very different approach. One of them is trying to keep you on by keeping you satisfied and happy and like, oh, here's another thing we know you're going to like. And the other one's just trying to, it's kind of like dating apps. They're trying to milk your loneliness and your negative emotions. I mean, YouTube falls into this too. I'm not trying to absolve YouTube, but I just feel like they're milking the negative side of you more intentionally and directly. And I feel like the reason it happens on YouTube is just because they're prioritizing whatever does keep you on the platform. And if falling down a bad rabbit hole keeps you on the platform, YouTube's going to keep doing that. And hopefully they fix that. And I feel like they're aware of it and hopefully working on it. But